Buddy, we're live. I talk now, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. I talk first. Hi, everybody. I talk first. Well, by the way, I wanted to talk about this. You might have seen on my Facebook, since we're live on Facebook right now, you might have seen on my Facebook that my Nature Valley bar had more nature in it than the ingredients on the label. Did anyone see this? That my thing? Yeah,
No.
Sean, of course, you didn't. You don't follow me at all. I was chewing my daily cashew bar, and a very familiar feeling we've all had was in my mouth. We have all felt it, and I knew immediately there was a hair in my mouth. It is indisputable. You know when you have a hair in your mouth. So my finger goes in, and I'm pulling, and it comes out, and you're hoping that it looks like your hair or maybe your spouse's hair, but nope. It was thick, black, and it was this long, and it felt more like a dog hair with a little cashew butter stuck to it. So I know I didn't put this in there. And I just think how terrible and gross that is. And thank God I didn't swallow it so it could mingle with all the microplastics. Okay, that was funny enough. Let's start the show. Okay, here's where we take forever.
Share sound.
Thank you very much, Carla. You're so wonderful. Everybody reminds me to do the right thing.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
John Parrott.
a funny song from
Lauren Mayer.
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez, and much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Okay, I stopped that short. I think we got the gist, everybody. I don't think right. Will I ever get that right? Luckily, I don't have to try. Let's finish it and get on with our lives. So, hi everybody, welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show. Everybody okay? I'm trying to get back to you. Hi, everybody okay? Welcome. And our show stars our good buddy and co-founder Steve Goodie, we're so glad that he's not in the country to find out how Cracker Barrel has destroyed a generation. Oh my God. And we have Patti Vasquez, who is the real instigator of the Cracker Barrel going woke. We blame Patti and her show for that. We also have a superior show with comedian Sean Parrott, everybody. Yay. Hi, Sean. You look a young man with the kind of haircut that I could never do. And our super musical pal friend, Lauren Mayer. Let's hear it for Lauren Mayer. And not 10 or 20 or 30 minutes ago, our best friend ever used to come here all the time until he got too famous. Jeff Shaw is going to do some nice and new and fun stuff for us. So that's kind of nice. And man, that Cracker Barrel controversy has me angry. Anybody else angry about the Cracker Barrel controversy? Mm-hmm. No, nobody's angry. Wait, I'm going to let Sean.
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it? Oh my God. By the way, I'll tell you about the controversy in a second. But not because of the change. I enjoy the rage of all the MAGA snowflakes over food and drink. You know, it's at this point, the Trump sect won't need to do Ozempic. You know why? Because there won't be anything left for them to eat or drink because everything's woke. They're losing weight. They can't. There's no food. Oh, no, it's woke. So that was great. I'm mad because now that Cracker Barrel has changed, I can't do my joke that kills anymore. Do you remember my joke that kills? No? So Jeff, this kills on the ships right now. I say Cracker Barrel every Valentine's Day. Did you know this? Cracker Barrel does a contest. If you get engaged at Cracker Barrel and post it on Instagram, you can win a free year of food. Just make sure to use the hashtag #StillFirstCousins. So that's... Wow, y'all laughing for the second time.
Why can't you do that anymore?
Well, because they're all woke now. They're now all, I'll tell you why, because now I have to change to be mad with the MAGA. I have to do. Here's the jokes I have to do. Here, you ready? That Cracker Barrel's gone so woke.
How was it?
They changed the rocking chairs for rainbow ponies.
Damn straight.
Damn straight. That Cracker Barrel's gone so woke.
How was it?
You order chicken and dumpling, and a guy in a dress comes to the table and says, I brought you a breast and a wing.
Oh.
He's dumpling. Okay. And one more that my wife didn't get because she doesn't know gross things. Cracker Barrel's gone so woke.
How was it?
The peg game is only now on the table and not in the restroom.
Oh.
Specifically the men's restroom. All right. Well, okay.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? You don't want it. You don't want it.
You don't want it. You don't want to
Nobody
know.
wants that. Nobody wants. I just wanted to have 3 of them, and that was the best I could come up with. All right. By the way, I want to start this next joke by saying I would never cheat on my wife, which is never good to start anything with that in the first place. But I wrote this, and I wonder if I could do it. Jeff, tell me if I could do this on the ship. Because I remember something my sister-in-law said when I started working ships, 25 years ago. It was at Christmas. And she said, she was like, she hated I did comedy, probably still does. And she said, well, I bet he's going to have a girl in every port, is what she said. I said, I would never do anything like that with a woman in port. Not when there's so many Filipinos on the crew who need a green card. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Jeff? Yeah. Should I try that?
Yeah. I would just say crew members. You don't have to say Filipino.
Oh, well, okay. Crew members. and I'm not making specifically it have to be women because,
Are you retiring soon?
no, but there's a lot of lady boys that you would never know. Okay. So anyway, what's wrong with that? No, there are on the ship. There are. Okay. All right. Oh, the FBI announced it will lower its standards for hiring agents. Did you see that? They're about to lose 5,000 people, and they're going to lower their standards. Recruits will no longer need a college degree, and the training will drop from 18 weeks to 8 weeks. The only requirement from now on is you're white and have worked for Fox News. That's the only. Even intern is okay at that point. So, okay. I like that one. What else did? Okay. A Maryland man returning from a trip to Central America is the first case of the flesh-eating screwfly parasite. Yep.
That sounds fun.
I know. The screwfly larvae, they usually infect cattle and can even be found in pets. The parasites are recently invading Texas, where they are drawn to Austin by the Joe Rogan podcast. I think he's kind of a parasite, right? No, everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Janet didn't understand this one. I thought it was hilarious. You need to know a little about world, what's going on. Beaches in Spain are closed after they discovered venomous sea slugs. By the way, I must reiterate, I now own the band name Venomous Sea Slugs. The slugs are called blue dragons because they look like little tiny dragons, right? But they can paralyze prey 300 times their size.
Oh, my word.
Slugs, I know, the slugs are filling the shoreline because Spain has made laws to curb tourism and their Airbnbs were canceled. Oh, Jesus. See,
Nothing.
have you seen Barcelona lately? They've cut there's no tourists. They've cut the Airbnbs. They won't do them. All right. It's just too smart for this group, right? Okay. So anyway. Nothing's too smart for this group.
We're back to insulting the audience.
I know. That's why I'm Joey Sad all of a sudden. Hey, you. I hate you, whoever you are that talked. Oh, my gosh. This. Bones of an ancient child are suggesting to researchers that humans and Neanderthals were interbreeding much earlier than previously thought. It's said It's said that as long as 140,000 years before they knew, the two groups were living side by side with no hostile encounters. Yeah. Fossil evidence suggests what finally broke up the cultures. What broke them apart was the appearance of a great orange fat virus with a gross red stain on its head. Broke up the Neanderthals and the where were the Neanderthals deported to? Everybody.
Uganda.
Okay, nobody's got one. Canada. Yes, that's the place.
Uganda.
Ghana. Was it Ghana or Uganda?
Uganda.
I like how you just pick countries people have never heard of. You know, like, we're gonna send you to Botswana. I'm from.
I know,
from
right?
Guam. I'm from Guam. Okay. Oh wow, this was wild today. Rapper singer Lil Nas X, who I like his stuff, was taken into custody after being found wandering the streets of Los Angeles in his underwear and cowboy boots.
Oh
He
dear.
was seen fully nude rapping the song Monster. Wow. This episode has caused thousands of TikTok users to say, why didn't I think of that? All right. Smart crowd. Okay. Did you see? Okay. Okay. Trump has signed an order to put people in prison if they burn the flag.
Whoa.
At what point, how many times has the Supreme Court said that he has signed an order, but you can avoid jail time if while burning the flag, you are sexually assaulting a child. So then you're fine.
Oh,
Wow.
Then you can join ICE. Then you're fine. Then you can join. By the way, if you are beating a Capitol police officer with a flag, you get a bonus. So that's kind of nice too. While it's burning. Sorry, that was too real, everybody. Okay.
Yep.
All right, two more. This was Janet's favorite joke.
Oh,
Are you ready? Dr. Pepper has purchased Pete's Coffee for $18 billion.
Dang.
Wow.
Not to be outdone, Folgers has been hanging around Walmarts trying to make Dr. Thunder its bitch. Hey, look, my brother's coming in for the 7th time. Okay.
hey, Steve.
It could be a record. Okay. Last one, and then we have the joke of the week. Everybody loved the knock-knock joke last week, so I wrote another one.
Oh, good.
You don't remember you liked the knock-knock joke. I'm telling you, you did. Dr. Perker. Is that oh, I get it, Perker, because it perks like coffee. Got it. They could mix the coffee and Dr.
that's
Pepper.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Do you like the new Dr. Peppers? They've got a bunch of them.
No,
I don't think anybody's listening this whole time.
no, don't like
I
any of
tried the
Dr.
blackberry
Pepper.
one. It's pretty
You
good.
like the blackberry? We got the vanilla. No, the one with the. I don't know. Shut up. Here we go.
I don't know.
This is all over TikTok. There is speculation that Trump has only 6 to 8 months to live after being diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency. Yep. The symptoms are open leg ulcers, aching legs, swollen ankles, and in rare cases, being a Nazi.
Ooh.
Boo. I'm sorry. The Trumpers joined the show, did they?
No. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, here it is, the joke of the week, and then we're gonna see what Steve has to say with his 45-minute top 10. Get ready. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Hi, Gene.
Hygiene.
Who? In your case, it's hygiene when. Come on, Dad. Come on. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Okay. Does anyone want to come in and talk, or you just want me to get Steve out here?
Good, Steve. Out here.
Get Steve out. Is that where we are in the world? Okay, here we go. I'm going to share. Come on, let me share.
There's
Here
sound.
we go.
Share sound.
Share sound. That's already, once you share sound, it is shared for good.
Nice.
Hi, everybody. Okay, it is Monday, August 25th when you are seeing this. I am fast asleep because in a few hours from when you're watching this, I'll be getting on a train to go to London and then a plane to come back to the US. So I'm shooting this a couple days before that, and it's very exciting because I am at the Edinburgh Fringe, as I think almost all of you know. And the Edinburgh Fringe it's just 4,000 shows happening in 3.5 weeks in Edinburgh, Scotland. And it just goes on and on and on, and all kinds of things happen. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative, a lot of them are ironic, and that's what we call things that are fringy. So tonight's top 10 category from the home office right here in Edinburgh, Scotland will be, if I can make this work, let's see if this will work. Here we go. No, try that. Top 10 fringiest things that happened to me at the 2025 Edinburgh Fringe. Here we go. Number 10.
Oh, well, that's pretty fringy.
He stopped. He already stopped. Let's see if I can start him again. He
Start me
stopped.
up.
I was hired for 7 days to tech a show that happened to be a very naughty cabaret show late at night. And tech in this case just means playing back audio tracks for them while they do their dances and their skits. And it's very, very naughty and like kind of unbelievable. They hired me months ago to do this for the last week of the Fringe for 7 days. And then after the third day of doing it, or third night, they just said, we've decided we're not going to have you anymore. We found someone who'll work for cheaper. And I'm like, but we booked this and we had this I put this on my calendar. I set aside this time, turned down other things. And they said, sorry, that's just my decision. Number 9. So I thought about that for a while. And then I texted the director and I said, it is amazing that you think this is acceptable. Have the day you deserve. And then she blocked me, which means I got in the last word. Number 8. One afternoon when I was handing out flyers for my show, another person was handing out flyers for their show. And at the same time, I handed a flyer to her and she handed a flyer to me. And at the same time, we both said, okay, I'll just throw this away for you. So that's right. In stereo, in sync, we acted out a Mitch Hedberg joke. Number 7. The venue where I was doing my shows usually opened at about 12:30. There was a show that was on at 1 o'clock, a guy named Eric, who's very funny. And the venue we had trouble with the venue the whole time. On this particular Monday, they didn't open the club at 12:30. They didn't open at 1. I got there at 1:30, and Eric is sitting on the stoop outside the club, busking, just playing on the sidewalk for people because they haven't opened up the club. So I called up Alex, who's the main guy for the free Fringe venues, and he called up Ruben, who's the manager of the club, and Ruben called up Francis, who was the guy who was supposed to be there to open the club, and it turned out that Francis had overslept. So he came down to open the club, and everybody was very mad at me for bugging them. Fringe. Number 6. A reviewer who didn't like my show that much, although she had nice things to say. She said I was clever. She said I had good diction. She said I had good posture. One of the things she did not like about my show, and she said this in her review, was that there was no through line. There was no arc, and she was disappointed. So I went home that night and I really thought about it. And then I came back the next day and I presented the show and I said to the audience, I just want you to know there will be no through line. There will be no arc. This is just a bunch of stupid crap. Number 5. I ran into Charles at the Space Theater Complex. Remember Charles? We talked about him back in December, I think it was. He and I got into an argument because he forgot to bill me about 500 British pounds, which is about 700 American dollars worth of stuff back in October of last year. And then in December, he wanted it and he made it sound like it was my fault. And we got in this whole big thing. And I've been paying him monthly, 40 pounds and 50 cents a month. I'm just dragging out as long as I can out of spite. Well, I ran into Charles at the Space. And he forgot about the whole thing. He shook my hand. How's it going? Are we going to get you back here sometime? We sure do miss you and Brad.
Oh, my God.
And, remember Esme, who used to tune into the show? Well, she probably will tune in again. She's here at the Fringe again this year. And last year, he was upset with her because he didn't like her hat that looks like a mushroom. He said it wasn't professional. And this year, he forgot about it. He said, well, he forgot that he was mad. He said, hey, where's that mushroom hat?
Oh, my God.
Number 4. At my show just this past Friday, there were 3 Americans in the audience, and they were the whole audience. And 2 of them live in Nashville. So now I have 2 new Nashville friends, and they're going to come see me at the Bluebird. And this allowed me to do my Who's On First bit, as you guys have, some of you have seen, because nobody here understands baseball. Number 3, and the 3rd American at that particular show, he's from North Carolina, And he's a huge Weird Al fan. He said to me afterward, "Can I buy you dinner and just pick your brain about Weird Al and about the time Weird Al said hi to you and the time you met him backstage at the Rhyme?" And I said, "Yeah." So I got a free dinner and I met a new Weird Al nut.
Cool.
Number 2, remember how last year my e-bike was stolen and then I had to buy another e-bike, and that's what I have this year? Well, when I was riding it a few weeks ago when I first got here, everything was fine until the battery wouldn't take a charge anymore. And I'm like, God, do I have to buy another battery? But then it occurred to me, even though they stole my bike last year, I still have the charger for it. So I plugged that into the new battery, the old charger into the new battery, and it works. So having your bike stolen is the right thing to do. Yes. And the number one fringy thing that has happened to me here at the 2025 Edinburgh Fringe yesterday, no, 3 days ago at my show, Eric was on first, and I mentioned Eric. He's a very Scottish guy, and he's got to be about 70. And all of his audience is always very Scottish. He tells Scottish jokes, and he sings Scottish songs, and they love him. And he's very nice. He told the audience they should stick around for my show. And 2 ladies did, and they have to be in their 70s. Their names were Mary and Moira. It's a very Scottish name. She said, "Just call me Mo." Mary and Mo stuck around for my show, and we chatted as I was setting up. And I said, "Have you ever heard of Weird Al Yankovic?" And they said, "No." And I said, "Have you ever heard of Daniel Radcliffe?" And they said, "No." And I said, "Have you ever heard of Harry Potter?" And they said, "No." So I said, "I don't know if you're going to dig this show too much, but you're welcome to stay. And if you don't care for it, you are welcome to stay." I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm going to finish this story. And do that again. Let's go back to that. So Mary and Mo stuck around for my show. And you know how I do the opening song that's about me listening to the radio and Dr. Demento and Weird Al. And after a few minutes of that, I leave the stage to change into this shirt. And when I came back, Mary and Mo were standing up to leave. And I'm like, "That's fine. Sorry, I appreciate you giving me a chance. I'm sorry it wasn't your thing." And they're moving as slowly as 2 humans can move toward the back of the room where the exit is. And I have to pause right there because nobody's looking at me. Everybody's watching them, and I don't blame them. So they finally get to the back of the room, and when they get to the door, they can't open it. It's stuck. So I abandon the stage and go to the back of the room and help them with the door. And that's right. I helped 2 people walk out on my show. And that is the fringiest thing that happened to me at the 2025 Fringe.
Oh my God.
Possible that could happen? That
All right. Good night, everybody.
That was bad.
Good night. All right, Steve, everybody. That was Steve's time with the French. I tried to talk back to him because I, of course, know who he's talking about, who's Charles, who's the guy who runs it. He's a bald guy at the thing that charges hundreds of thousands of dollars for us to be there. We would never be able to afford to go there. It's Patti, everybody.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello, Patti. How are you?
Oh, fine. Totally fine. Everything's great. It's
My
all
wife
going
is wearing that exact necklace right now.
How's that?
Exact same necklace she had on.
Does
today.
it have pictures of my sons in her necklace too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, getting creepy.
It looks. I don't know much about necklaces. It just looks the same. What do I know about anything? I don't know about anything. So, what do I know? I don't know anything about nothing. So okay. So are you ready? Are you ready? We're gonna do it?
Let's say that. Sure. Let's say
Okay,
I'm ready.
wait. Now I've got to figure it out. So say something wise while I'm doing this.
I really enjoyed Steve's therapy session. His Fringe Fest sort of debrief.
Yeah, he
for us,
needed
okay?
that. Yeah, he
really
needed that.
did.
Well, because I've been there and I know what those, especially the shows, when they don't show up, the venue could care freaking less what's going on. Their people don't come. Then they get mad at you for a show they said you should do to bring people in to buy their stuff.
Did they tell him to do? Did they
What?
tell him to do Weird Al and Harry? And
No. The venue invites the stage shows in to get more people in the place, so they can. And then they're mad when they don't get when you ask them to actually do what they said they would do to do the show. I mean,
and I've seen his show. I've seen this. He performed that in Chicago, and it totally has a through line and an arc.
Oh, I know.
And the whole kid.
Well, and
all right. Anyway.
And how many stand-up shows do? None. It's just guys doing jokes. I mean, I know. So we'll have them come see the thing. Okay, I'm going to play your thing. Are you ready? Here we go.
Yep.
Is Patti crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not From lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicapped spaces. Vasquez.
Am I crazy?
Patti Vasquez.
Yeah, it's not really even a question at this point. You guys, I don't even know where to start. But first of all, I do want to thank Brad for attributing the wokeness of Cracker Barrel to me. I appreciate that. And I do want to point out that the only people that were going to Cracker Barrel were crackers and road comics. Like that was pretty much the entire demographic. And mostly comics went in there to keep making fun of the name Cracker Barrel. And can we all just understand that they, in the 1990s, publicly said they weren't going to hire any people who were gay or trans or any of the things, and then had to walk that back. But then they had a policy of segregating black customers from white customers and got sued for that. So I'm sorry, but the barrel of crackers was always like basically their brand. And I said, anyway, if you want, your squirrel gravy on biscuits, keep going. Although, to be honest with you, I really do like their pancakes and that syrup. Actually, I do. Oh my God, it's so good. At any rate, I do love how unhinged they became. And all you have to do is, all I did was post, don't worry, MAGA, the barrel is still full of crackers. And they lost their mind on my page. And like one guy, I don't even know if I should use this language or not. No, I probably shouldn't. But he used some really racist language about similar restaurants that could open in the area, basically saying that my using cracker is racist. Only, I'm sorry, it's in the title. I didn't name it that. And the guy sitting behind the barrel didn't exist. And they, just like Aunt Jemima, they come up with these like this mythology of the people that it's based on. You're erasing history, and I'm sorry, these are the people who want to say that slavery wasn't all that bad, and not even that. They want to say that slaves learned a trade. That's the kind of history they want you to have. That Aunt Jemima was real. The guy behind the barrel wasn't really a cracker. He was just a sweet guy on a rocking chair selling you oven mitts. I can't. And this is all. By the way, these are the things that we talk about. These are the things we get distracted by. And at the same time, I realized today, because we have this, looming military occupation coming to Chicago, I just realized today that back at the end of 2024, we did a story on my show about how Sarah Sanders Huckabee Sanders, I don't know, the woman who wears tablecloths as dresses, she bought 815 acres in Arkansas to build a 3,000 bed prison. And because I Googled it today, I'm like, whatever happened to that? Because like, if you thought of like one crazy story after Trump won and you Googled it, you will find that there's some like corruption or some sort of seediness going on. So at any rate, they found out that like there was some underhanded shadiness with this deal in Arkansas, where apparently they were hoping to have these 815 acres as a place where they could grow basically the produce, where the immigrants who were being held and detained in the concentration camp could provide produce. I'm just saying, these are the things that are going, like, we don't catch those stories because it's too much. Am I crazy? Yeah. Yes. It's too much happening too fast. And I don't know how I feel about people in Chicago saying, don't try that in Chicago. You better not come here with that. Yeah. That's what they want. They want to provoke Chicago. They want to provoke somebody somewhere so that someone shoots somebody. In particular, they want somebody in these occupied cities to shoot a cosplaying, say, a Gravy Seal who's too heavy for his Etsy uniform costume. And that's what's happening in Chicago. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's fun. I wish I'd gotten my conceal and carry license. Well, can we conceal and carry here? I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. No. But yay, general strike, everybody. Go Chicago. Go Cubs. Oh, and by the way, I do love a piece of advice for our looming National Guard presence. For those who are not from Chicago, if you want to fit in, this is from somebody else. Make sure you wear Cubs and Sox gear at the same time. Hey, everybody. Have a good night.
Cubs and Sox, good, and
right. You get your ass beat in any neighborhood you go into.
Any neighborhood you can't. You get on a hat, both sides, like a Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
depending on where you are.
Order a hot dog with ketchup. Go for it.
Well, again, you could have Irish citizenship like that.
That's what I've thought about it. I have a friend. I have one friend who's bought a condominium in Portugal, and another friend who just bought property in Merida, Mexico. So
Wow, Merida. Have you been to Merida? Have you been
no,
there?
I'm not. Is it nice?
Merida's okay. Merida's
You
okay.
wince. I don't like the flinching.
I've
You
been
kind of like
there.
you sort of contorted a little
I've
bit.
been there a million times. They have a beautiful mall. They have some nice neighborhoods. It's okay. Progresso, Dumpy up the road. That's where the cruise people go. I've been in and out of that airport 100 times, but a lot of expats live in Merida. A lot. I
Yeah.
mean, hundreds and hundreds of expats. Jeff, Merida,
He's very quiet about it.
he didn't want to talk about Merida. Okay, great. Did,
Oh,
did
all
you have a
Well,
bad time?
what's Merida? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Merida,
In Mexico.
You know,
Merida.
Progresso, next to Progresso is Merida, Mexico. Oh, really?
Big
Oh,
city.
Never been there.
Oh, that's so interesting. You've been everywhere and you haven't been there. So,
No.
so I think sadly, Cracker Barrel wise, my wife and I've been there 7 times in the last month. Just we order, I go pick it up and bring it home because
The green beans. Oh, with all that butter and grease.
the 4 vegetable plate, and now they
Come
have
on.
Impossible sausage. They'll do a grilled sourdough, pan fried sourdough bread, not toasted,
Yep.
pan fried sourdough bread. Oh, I'm glad they're woke. Now we can all go there and happily. You know what I mean? Really, it's so good, and we won't have to worry about people in red hats sitting there either.
By the way, I didn't mention this, but the woman, I believe the CEO who came in is also the branding expert who worked on Barbie. So the company knew what they were doing when they hired her.
Yeah.
If you bring in the woman who like basically recreated the entire landscape of Barbiedom, I mean, she was going to shake things up.
Yeah, shake things up. So what'd you have for dinner while I look for Lauren?
Turkey burgers, a little salad, and some sweet potato fries.
Okay, so let's ask Lauren.
I'm here.
Burger with
What are you having for dinner?
Scrambled eggs and a carrot bran muffin.
Oh, you're having breakfast for dinner. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, I like breakfast for dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Patty. Thank you, Patty.
Bye, Patty.
Bye, Patty.
Stay
All right,
out
Lauren
this
Mayer,
night.
everybody.
I'm still here, but I'm not.
Okay. What, Lauren?
I said I'm tying right into what Patty said. She set me up perfectly, so thank you very much.
Well, then I'm gonna play your thing. You're gonna do a song. Then Steve's gonna do a song. No face this week, and then you're gonna do a song. I think that is fantastic. Let me find my share thing. I don't think this would ever be seamless. It's not even possible.
It's more fun this way.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
It's Lauren Mayer.
Well, thank you. So Patty set me up perfectly. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lauren, and I do a song a week about the news. I know, what do I find or write about? There's so much. The big challenge, the hardest thing is picking from so many stories, and there's so much outrage. And Patty made a really good point, which is we don't want to get distracted by the Cracker Barrel snowflake freakout and not notice what they're doing. I'm here in Oakland, California, which is near San Francisco, and we're next on the list of occupation. I cannot wait to see what happens when they come to San Francisco and hit the Castro, which is the gay neighborhood. And let's just say we'll have some fun for them here. But what is interesting is some of the little cultural things do relate to policy. Like, I don't know if you saw, it was just like a week and a half ago, Secretary, what do they call him? Secretary Whiskey Leaks, otherwise known as Pete Hegseth, has a pastor for his evangelical church that he posts great stuff about. And I did a little digging about this guy and the whole movement behind them. So they get a song. So what's up? The other day, Hegseth posted a real disturbing video of this creepy pastor pontificating, advocating discriminating, saying women ought to stick to mating. Petey talks just like these guys, so Lord knows it's no surprise that Pete subscribes to religious teaching from a schmuck of a preacher man, from a Christian dictatorship they're reaching with a schmuck of a preacher man. What a schmuck, what a schmuck. Ooh, what a schmuck. They say that slavery had some good parts. Gay marriage they'd outlaw. Only Christians should get to be leaders. Women can't vote because we're just breeders. You need to submit to a dude. As a Jew and a woman, I guess I'm screwed. Because a ton of Trump folks believe the preaching of a schmuck of a preacher man. For the Handmaid's Tale they're reaching. Led by some schmuck of a preacher man. They're all schmucks. Such schmucks. Ooh, what schmucks. They claim kids and women need protecting. That's what real men should do, because we're so weak and need to be wary of trans folks and drag queens who they say are scary. But every day of news there's piles of actual assaulters and pedophiles who hide behind the cheery teaching of a schmuck of a preacher man. As all our basic rights they're breaching with a schmuck of a preacher man. Trump's cronies won't disown the teaching of a schmuck of a preacher man. For the Handmaid's Tale they're reaching. What a schmuck of a preacher man. What a schmuck. Yeah. So now I would be Steve saying, how could I respond to that? And I thought, well, I use the word schmuck and I use the word preacher and talk about Christian stuff. And so I'm talking about religion, politics, and a little bit of sex. So I'm going to combine them all in my little, this is very quick rant about everything this administration is doing. So here we go. The Christian right now praises Trump with phrases quite poetic. With greed and lust and pride these days, I guess they're copacetic. Apparently the real sin is being empathetic. I'm a Jew, but I know this ain't Christian. That GOP big budget bill is heartless, wrong, and cruel. Taking from the poor to give to rich folks isn't cool. Guess grabbing all the gold is now their only golden rule. I'm a Jew, but I know this ain't Christian. They worship Trump, who someone folks of faith ought to despise. Shows no compassion, cheats on all his wife, and he tells lies. Heck, there's not much about religion that Schmo understands. Though his favorite part of praying is the laying on of hands. And the stuff about loving your neighbor, but only if she's hot, young, and looks like his daughter. Or is Trump demonizes immigrants so bigots he could court them. Attempts to do what Jesus said the GOP will thwart him. In fact, if Jesus came back today, they'd probably deport him. I'm a Jew, but I know it ain't Christian. Yeehaw! Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then if I were me, I'm going to get rid of these. I have to cheat. I do a song a week. I sometimes have to cheat and look at my lyrics. And then, let's see. So I will do a closer that isn't specifically political, although these days being Jewish kind of is, because they may be coming for us next. I don't know. Fortunately, it's a good thing I don't get that many views, because no one's coming after me the way they do more prominent comedians. But I would say just about every week I am making fun of Trump and the people who support him. And I don't like to punch down. I like to punch up. But sometimes the fact that anybody supports this man is so unbelievably, anyway. But in this song, I'm not punching up or down. I'm just making fun of myself and my people. This is from my album and my project about being a Jewish mother called Don't Mind Me, I'll Just Sit Here in the Dark, where I try to reframe a stereotype that is based on anti-Semitism, misogyny, and ageism. Yeah, there's politics in there too. But anyway, when I asked my own kids who have made me be a Jewish mother, if they thought I was one, and they said, well, yeah, but mostly in good ways, but if you do an album, you have to write one about this particular phenomenon. So I'm going to end with the song my kids suggested. So here we go. When Jewish people get together with family and friends, we're so glad we've met together, we hate when the party ends. So we've got a ritual to bring things to a close, a sweet routine you may have seen, and this is how it goes. There's in choreography. First you check the time and then start saying, kids, it's time to go. They know that means that they can keep playing 2 more hours or so. You make your way to say farewell to all assorted personnel. Have a bit more brisket. What the hell? That's doing the Jewish goodbye. You see Cousin Marvin's photos, then you talk to Great Aunt Seidel, who tells Bubby about her bunions, and that starts the organ recital. I, my hernia, my bursitis, you should be spared this colitis. More guests to ride by then, so you start all over again. First you realize tomorrow morning you have an early meeting. You give your relatives fair warning, your time together is fleeting. You work your way around the crowd, you gotta shout cause it's gotten loud. But there's no quick escapes allowed when you're doing the Jewish goodbye. My feet are tap dancing, you just can't see. Seems we all have the same relatives we meet at each event. Each bar mitzvah, wedding bris, each reception room. Everyone has Uncle Saul whose jokes are hokey, Cousin Cheryl who loves karaoke, cushion face Aunt Doris who always wears too much perfume. And though they're nuts, we adore them, so we don't want to ignore them. For first you say the party's been sublime, but you gotta go, so you tell the kids to pack their stuff, it's time to say so long farewell. You make your rounds to say adieu to you and you and you and you. Though departing makes you blue, that's doing the Jewish goodbye. Whoops, gotta hit the lavatory. Oops, did I miss Fran and Lori? Always time for one last story. Just a minute or two, that's doing the Jewish goodbye. Bye.
Woo, everybody.
Thank you.
Lauren, that was
Thank
fantastic.
you.
I wish I was something. I'm nothing. I wish I was
You
something.
were wonderful. You host this. You're funny. You make a living as a comedian. I don't.
That's
so
true.
I admire you.
But I have no thing. I'm no thing.
What do you mean a thing?
Not Jewish. I'm not from
You
it.
have children, so obviously you have a thing.
No child. She's doing a great job. We were down there this week, and she is doing
You're
a great
good
job.
dad. You're a good
entomology.
host. You're a nice person. And
Yep, I'm on the
you make
drugs.
people laugh. You don't need a thing.
We do it. But no, I love what you're doing. Everybody, yay!
I'm going to do my best to help everybody laugh. My mantra is I will try to make you laugh at things that would otherwise make us cry.
So you need to everybody out there go to your YouTube, especially. I think they need to get on.
Well, I'm on Instagram now.
Wow, what's your Instagram?
It's Lawrence Comedy Songs on Instagram. I had a video I did a few weeks ago to get to over 800,000 views, which is pretty cool.
Wow, that's
I know. When I started
fantastic.
Everybody go right now there and get her on Instagram. Get me too if you don't have me. So
I will.
where else you going?
I'm just new on it. And then if you want to see the full videos, because Instagram has to be short and vertical, if you want the full ones, it's YouTube is Psycho Supermom.
Keep talking while I find Sean.
I will keep talking. And on Instagram, it's Lawrence Comedy Songs. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
So I hope that was a good opener for you. I can now tell people I opened for you.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, you can.
Yes. They're going to be very excited.
Anybody need a politically offensive opening act? I'm there.
Well, there's we now Carla's heading to Chicago for Female Fest or what?
I didn't know about that, or I would have applied for it. It would be fun to see everybody in person. Oh well, next year.
Patty's in charge of it. She'll get you in.
Wow. Okay, Patty, I will.
I just made that up. Patty, are you in charge of it? I don't know if she can do that. So, okay. Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you all. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Lauren. Good job as usual.
Thanks, Lauren.
Spotlight. Hey, it's Sean Parrott, everybody. Hi,
Oh,
Sean.
hello. Hey, how's
great.
it going, Brad?
Background's all blurry. I think that's fantastic.
Isn't it nice?
I'm going to let Tom Rockwell in real quick because he said he really wanted to see you bad. So, okay. So you know what happens. I'm going to play an intro, and then you're going to, what does Steve say? You're going to give us 10 minutes of awesome, he says the actual word stand-up comedy. Does he say that?
Stand?
He says you're going to be great for 10 minutes, and then we'll tell you how awesome you were.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
we'll
nice.
do 10 minutes of great stand-up, and then we'll tell you how awesome you are. Okay, I'm going to play the intro, and everybody's going to be excited when it happens.
It's time for a big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday.
Sean Parrott.
Thank you. What a crowd. Wow. Hello. Hey, high five, everybody. Give me a high five. Give me 6 high fives, please. Can I get a high five? Wow. Beautiful crowd out there. I gotta say, I didn't know there were gonna be so many mean things said about our fine president who's doing, in my opinion, a great job. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't have, do I have political material? Let me see. No, I don't know. We'll see if I do. You'll find out. I'll find out at the same time you do. A lot of comics look like stuff. Not, well, I do too. Actually, I was going to say I don't, but I do. I look like a lot of things. For instance, oh God, is everybody okay?
Lauren attacked her mic.
I look like a lot of things. For instance, I look like I say whoopsie daisy during sex. Is this true? Can I let me hear you? Where are you at? I look like I insist on playing Monopoly to the very end. Kids, we're gonna learn about gentrification. This is East Nashville, baby. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get a house. We're gonna crush that house, and we're gonna get some rich people, and we're gonna where it's gonna get too rich for even for the rich people, and we're gonna put a hotel on that baby. Kaboom! I look like no yawning during my set, Brad. That is the first rule.
Sorry.
I have this in case I have to yawn. I just go, and you can't even tell. These are other things I look like. Don't worry, only 3 more. I liked it. Some people like the rule of 3s. I like the rule of 5s. So I'm trying to change up the way comedy works. I look like the father of a tween detective on the Disney Channel. Does anybody watch the Disney Channel?
Yeah.
Boring. Yawn all you want, bro. I was just kidding.
Just one. Wow.
Did you do it? I thought you did a backup yawn.
No. I put a
Did
mint
you do
in
it?
my, I put
Okay.
Nice.
When you put a mint in your mouth, it looks
I
like
hit
a
the
yawn.
second one with a mint.
Ooh, that's smart. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh. Okay. 2 more things I look like, and then I'm done. That's the end of my set. I've done 2.5 minutes. That's plenty. Okay. No, I have more. I look like I have yelled, "You go, girl," at a golden retriever. Does this one make sense?
What?
Does this one make sense?
Yeah, no.
That one doesn't make any sense. I'm cutting that one. Okay, I'm gonna cut that one.
Yeah,
Let's
maybe
see.
if you're walking here.
Let me delete this one real quick before I get too deep in the set. Okay, that's off the list. I'm never doing that joke again. This is the final thing I look like. Then I'm done. Only 7 minutes left. Don't worry, guys. I look like a cop undercover as a youth pastor. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that one make sense?
That
Okay.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Thank you.
The other
Thank
way
you.
around.
I look like a youth pastor undercover as a cop.
Yeah.
Do they go undercover?
I don't know.
I like
There
it.
you go.
A lot of people are frightened by me or confused by me. I rarely get hecklers because people just go, huh, they don't go, boo, they just go, oh. So people come up to me after the shows and often they'll like kind of look around like they're about to say something weird. And I'm like, I don't want to be the receptacle of whatever sort of crazy stuff you're going to say. But they're like, so are you, on the spectrum? That's what they say. They kind of whisper it like they're about to say a slur or something. Are you on the spectrum? And I don't know. I seem like I am, right? Actually, that on the spectrum is how Democrats say, "What is wrong with you exactly?" Try to figure it out when I didn't want to be rude. I know something's weird. What I'm really here to talk about is true love. I'm looking for it. I'm out there. I'm looking for true love. And, a lot of people, you find people have like beautiful, loving relationships, but you're like till death do us part. Not me. I'm looking to past death, our bodies rot, and we're together forever. Maybe, heaven or space, whatever you like. So the way I'm looking for that is online dating. I'm on Tinder, I'm on all the apps, and it's going pretty good so far, as you can see by my blurry room. I'm just my beautiful wife is back there. She's right there. She's the orange glowing thing. So I am on Tinder. You may not know this, but Tinder is insane. It makes your brain rot because there's so many fake profiles. There's like bots, and now there's like AI profiles. There's like more and more fake things on there that like you start to wonder if any of them are real, if anything is real. Like I'm starting to wonder if Asian women are real because there's everyone I see on there is not a real person. If like a beautiful Asian woman came up to me after the show, I'd be like, I'm not falling for that lady. No, 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 no. Another thing I've noticed on Tinder, at least in my neighborhood, a lot of women with guns, with the just at the range, holding it like scary. And I know this makes me a real wimp, but I heard that guns are dangerous. That's just me. I don't know if it's true. I've not been around them, but I heard that they could hurt you potentially. So I'm scared of basically anything that can hurt me. But I'm also pretty desperate. So I could date a woman who owns a gun. Let's be honest. And I could probably even marry a woman who owns a gun. But I would never throw her a surprise party. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What else? Oh, man. I've only got a few minutes left. I better get my last two jokes in. Okay. Another thing I noticed on Tinder, lots of women looking for a sugar daddy, which if man sounds great to me too. I would love someone to pay my bills. But I saw one woman and she was looking for, at least according to her profile, a sugar daddy in parentheses, no sex. And I had to Google it. The sugar is sex. That's what the sugar means.
Yeah,
The sugar means sex, sadly. And if you want a sugar daddy with no sex, then you just want a father. You just need an old dude to, pay your bills and maybe yell at you when you leave the lights on. What the heck? Who's paying the bills around here? What are you, raising a barn? Okay, before I go, I got to talk about something important. Racism. 2 thumbs down, in my opinion. I mean, no offense. If there's any racists out there, we'll meet in the middle. But I think it's bad. But it's also weird. I used to work with a Japanese lady, and at some point she admitted to me that she didn't like Chinese people, and it was just like a weird, like, I can't. Aren't you supposed to be? And my brain didn't understand it. But what happened is I was there. My friend Mike was there, who's like a taller version of me. He's just like a white guy but taller. And then there was my Japanese coworker, whose name I won't say, just because she says racist stuff, so it would be rude. And so we're talking, and she says I just don't like Chinese people. This is what she said. And my friend Mike, he paused a really, really long time, and then he started to talk, and I was already like, oh boy, this is not going to be good. Whatever he says is not good. And he says, so he looks at her, how can you tell the difference? And I went, Michael, that is not something we say. That's very rude. That's something that we Google later, maybe. But right now, we're not going to talk about that. That is unbelievable. And you know what else is unbelievable? This beautiful crowd. Wow. I've never performed for a greater crowd than this, I think. Brad? Do you think I've ever performed for a greater crowd than this?
I don't know. This is a pretty good crowd. They're good, nice folks. Yay, everybody. So good job. That was fun.
Oh, thank you.
We had
You're
a
too
bunch of
kind.
people.
What did the Japanese
Thank you.
lady
Thank you,
say?
Sean.
What did she say?
Yeah.
She never said. This is all fake.
It's all made up.
okay.
That's
Every story I
tell
told was
people
fake.
I made that up. Yeah, what joke did I do here one time and I did it on stage. People got mad. I was like, I made the entire thing up. I don't know why you're mad at me.
all fake.
So people were posting.
I did have a Japanese coworker, so that's not fake.
Did you see what
Oh, no, what do I look like?
Grown-up Ralphie from the Christmas Story.
Wow, rude.
A Pugsley from the Addams Family with a mustache.
I do have many striped shirts.
It's a good thing that nobody says you're a closeted serial killer. And also, Alice said that you can't jog early in the morning or you'll get shot by the wife with the gun.
That's true. That's true.
Doing the jokes. That's pretty. Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt with a mustache.
Wow, thank you.
From
That's very
specifically
kind.
Angels in the Outfield. Now, was
He's
Joseph
like 9 years
Gordon-Levitt-
old, right?
He was like 8 years old when that came out.
I did kind of look like an 8-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. You look like your hair. You got the. So that was great job. Good job.
Oh,
so
get out of here,
Where are
Brad.
you playing these days?
You can see me over in East Nashville. Lots of shows. If you're in East Nashville, gosh darn it, I'm going
Where
to
are
be
you
there
playing
too.
in East Nashville? Where is that?
You can see me at the East Room every Tuesday in East Nashville.
I want to do the East Room. Where is that?
It is smack dab in the middle of East Nashville on Gallatin Road.
It's called the East Room, and they do
called the
comedy
East Room.
on Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday. It's
How
an
do you
open
get
mic,
in
though.
there? Do I need to?
Shh. You just tell me, man, and I'll talk to some important people.
How much time do you get?
4 whole minutes, but you might get 5.
Okay, I'm not coming down to East Nashville. I can tell you that. I don't get.
More importantly, you can also hear me on Spotify. Check out my music. Check out my stand-up. I would love to have lots of money. So please,
Is it well, Spotify? You could do 5 million views, and you ain't gonna make.
That's
any money
true.
on Spotify.
Hey, buy it. I don't want to make people buy it, but you should buy it.
So you have albums out.
I have one stand-up album and lots of music.
Okay, so what music have you done? Okay, talk to Steve. But
Okay, I'll talk to Steve.
Is it all under Sean Parrott?
It's all just under my name. It's that easy.
It's that easy, everybody. And you can go anywhere, not just Spotify. You can go to Amazon. You can go to
Amazon.
iHeart. You can go to Deezer. You can go to
Napster.
Pollard. Spaxter. Oh,
You can go to Spaxter.
Yeah, Napster is still a thing.
Tapster.
You know who cares about all this? Let's add Jeff Shaw, everybody. Hi,
Oh,
Jeff. Hey. So Jeff is going to come with me to the east side of Nashville. To do 4
no,
minutes.
you're not. There's 100% you will not be there.
Okay, so
I'll have to
all right,
write 3 more minutes.
Yeah, you need 3 more. And the 5 minutes you see him do right now, he will be doing 3.5 of that and just stop. Okay, I want to tell a Jeff story real quick. Jeff and I are working in Mishawaka, Indiana. He comes in nicely to feature for me. Already has headlined this gig in the past, killed. And you said to me, Jeff, do you remember? You go, I'm going to do 30 brand new minutes. I am not going to do one joke I've ever done.
No, that's not me. I would never say that.
Yeah.
You're
yes.
getting me mixed up with somebody else.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no. Jeff walked up and did 30 brand. The owner and I were amazed. The owner turns and said, I have never seen that in my entire life. And then it was amazing. So we're going to come.
If the story turned out good, then it was me.
That was you. Well, the owner, that place is gone, by the way. That whole bar is gone and everything's gone. So they don't do it anymore. And you were the last one. So
and that's where you hit a deer, remember?
No. Jeff and I were in I had to wake up at 4 a.m. to come pick me up in the UP of Michigan after I hit a deer in the middle of nowhere. And thank God for cell phones, or I'd have been.
Oh, I thought that's the club you were talking about.
No, the Mishawaka, Indiana one. No, you did great. No, you didn't do all new stuff at Harris. No, that was.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No, I was talking about Mishawaka, my hometown, that bar that, yeah. Okay. Sean, you're on the road with us. We're all coming to Nashville to do your gig.
Can't wait.
Yeah. So, and Jeff, you can stay up the road from me. So, okay, let's hear it for Jeff. Jeff stays. Let's hear it for
Yay!
let's hear it for Sean. Everybody, great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
You're too kind.
Okay, so Jeff, I have no intro for you except I'm just going to disappear and then you're going to talk. Are you ready?
All right.
Okay. Well, I got to find me first. Okay, and Jeff Shaw.
Yay.
Good. Well, hello, America. I'm Sydney Sweeney's Meemaw, and I have great genes. And you can tell by my video background that I'm broadcasting from Sean's house. And before I get started, I'd just like to say that Cracker Barrel is so woke, they had a same-sex wedding for 2 bottles of Stewart's cream soda.
Okay, writing it down. Writing it down.
And one more thing, Brad. I know how you feel about finding a granola bar with a hair in it because I bought this wig today and it had a piece of granola in it. And Brad, if you remember, I used to date a Croatian woman on a cruise ship. One time she said to me, "How do I know you don't have a girl in every port?" And I said, "Because I look like Granny Clampett's high school yearbook photo." And that shut her up. My ex-girlfriend is from Europe, and coincidentally, I read that in many European countries, they drink wine with breakfast. I'd love to see that catch on in America. Oh, garçon, which vintage pairs best with biscuits and gravy? I prefer something with notes of bacon. No. Did you know that in some big cities you can get what's called a WUI, walking while intoxicated?
Mhm.
What's that test like? Sir, I'm going to need you to step into my vehicle and drive a straight line. If you drive a straight line, you're sober. If you drive straight home, you're drunk. Fortunately, the cop wouldn't be able to walk fast enough to give you a ticket. Winning. Brad and I travel a lot, and I had a layover in San Francisco recently. Great town for killing time in. I spent all day at CVS waiting for someone to unlock the deodorant. Hi, could you please open the speed stick for me? Sorry, bro, but I don't have the key, bro. Okay, then who does? Chad, bro, but Chad's not here, bro. When's he coming back? I don't know, bro. The schedule's in the office, and Chad has that key too, bro. Chad has all the keys, bro. We call him Keymaster Chad, bro. Unless we're stoned, then we call him Chad Master Key, bro. Then how the heck did you get into the store this morning? Oh, we leave the store unlocked at night, bro. All right, so you lock up the toiletries, but not the store. Less keys for Chad to carry, bro. Then what am I supposed to do about deodorant? Well, you can go to the Walgreens across the street, bro. In fact, Chad's over there now. That's where he works when he doesn't work here, bro. Okay, so Chad can open the Walgreens deodorant cabinet for me? Oh, no, bro. They won't give Chad the keys to both stores, bro. There lies the road to madness, bro. Okay, well, who has the key to the Walgreens deodorant case? Oh, I do, bro. Here, bring it back when you're done, bro. Thanks for shopping CVS, bro. My biggest pet peeve is lazy customer service. Anytime a customer service rep says to me, "Sorry, but that's not possible," I think, dude, we live in the age of driverless cars and robotic heart valves. Anything is possible. If Alphabet can defy gravity, then you, my friend, can defy bureaucracy. Do you know who Elon Musk is? Well, if that staring idiot can land a rocket ship into a cup holder, then you should be able to give me a $5 credit for a coupon that expired yesterday. I think Brad knows this about me. I'm a big tipper. But all it takes to get a big tip out of me is a sense of humor. The other day I went to Subway and the cashier said, the screen's going to ask you a question. And I said, yeah, and my middle finger is going to give it an answer. And he goes, wow, you're pretty fun. And I go, wow, you're $5 richer. Now, although I'm a big tipper, I think tips are something people should earn, not expect. Like the last time I went to Starbucks, I kindly asked the barista if he would like add my Splenda before he made the coffee so it would blend better. He said, sorry, bro, we don't do that here. You'll have to add it yourself. So I said, then what is this tip jar for? And he goes, that's so people could put tips in there. And I go, sorry, but I don't do that here. You'll have to do it yourself. But just the tip.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll leave you with this. Because I'll leave it this. Sean made me think of this. So he did some very funny relationship material. So one thing that I would like to say to young people is successful relationships require putting your partner's wants and needs before your own now again. To misquote President Kennedy, young men ask what their country can do for them, whereas men my age ask what we can do for our country in order to prevent a civil war from breaking out the next time we want to watch a ball game and our country wants to watch Bridgerton. Young men have a limited frame of reference for predicting the trajectory of a relationship, whereas my frame of reference for predicting the trajectory of a relationship is like the radar screen at NORAD. One night I'm sitting in a bar with this open micer in his early 20s, and he goes, hey, Jeff, 5 minutes from now, you want to take our beers over to those two hotties sitting by themselves? And I say, no, thanks, because 5 years from now, I don't want to be helping one of them buy a car and then have her take the side of the Zac Efron-looking salesman who's trying to rip her off instead of listening to me, the older boyfriend with more life experience who's trying to save her 10 grand if she'll just shut up and listen to Logic for 15 seconds.
Oh.
And this is another episode of Why is Jeff Shaw Single?
Jeff Shaw, everybody, yes. And you can see that exact bit, Nashville East Side Comedy Club next Tuesday. Is that what it's called? East Side? Sean, did you go away? What's it called?
The East Room.
The East Room is what it's called. What do they do the rest of the week?
Hey, Brad?
Yeah.
Since we're live, can I correct a mistake in my joke?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And so he said, sorry, but we don't do that here. You have to put it in yourself. So I said, what's that tip jar for? Oh, that's so people can put tips in there. I go, sorry, but I don't do that here. You'll have to put it in yourself, but not all the way, just the tip.
Not all.
That's the correct.
Okay, that's it, Jeff. Good job. When you leave Friday. Where are you going?
I'm going back in time so I don't have to correct that joke at the end of my set.
All right. Stay right there. You don't have to go anywhere. We're going to do this.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Hopefully it's less than 22 minutes.
Hi, everybody. It's actually just 6 hours before the virtual comedy show. In Edinburgh, where I am, it is almost 9 p.m. Where you are, it's 3 p.m. So I've got 6 hours to get this done. The Fringe ended yesterday. Today has been a flurry of trying to get things packed up and sorted out and taken care of because I'm leaving not only Edinburgh, but the country for probably 11 months. So you got to get everything straightened out, and there's a lot to do. And it's been quite a whirlwind. This has been an interesting Fringe. It started pretty difficult, and the last bit of it was really fun. And we'll talk about it when I get back there and we're live next week. But for now, here's a song I wrote many years ago with my friend Jacob Cantor when we were the 2 Jew Review. And it's dedicated to all the performers that I performed with this month. All 6,000 of them. So most of them I didn't meet, but some of them I did, and they were awesome. So here we go. Oh, and I've never played this on the accordion before. Wow. I am an extra in the movie of my life. I did not not get a speaking role. I auditioned in the valley. After waiting 6 hours, I'm an extra, 'cause they say I am. I don't need the bright lights, 'cause I have a donut. This song goes out to all those plucky youngsters who come to Hollywood and Edinburgh from all over the world to do God knows what, to star in a hemorrhoid commercial. I slept with the director. I slept with the AD. I slept with the key grip and the makeup lady. Well, I wanted to, but she smacked me. I am an extra in the movie of my life, and I am not human. I am an extra, and I'll be your waiter tonight. Bye.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
Jeff, why should people give money to this show?
Because highlights aren't cheap.
Damn right. And we've got extra people to pay, and this show is longer than it's ever been. It's literally midnight, I think, right now. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, because we got a lot of people to pay. And as you all know, we split this money up evenly every week, which means I get the least. That was for last week. Last week I gave Carla $5 and I got $1 and everybody else got 10. So go to Virtual Comedy Show. I don't think there's been a week that I got more that I got even to anybody else. But anyway, and I pay for the Zoom. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we'll get Sean and Jeff out of the same room. That'll be fantastic. And we'll get Sean a wife. Sean, are you looking for a wife? Maybe
Sure.
Do you really want an Asian lady?
I don't care.
Start hanging out on ships and get a green card, as we've learned earlier in the show.
Okay.
Also, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and donate to the comedians because Lauren Mayer needs to find a way to hide from the National Guard coming into San Francisco. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So, Jeff, you got one more? Why should they donate to the show?
Ooh.
All right. Well, that was good enough.
How about so Jeff can get someone to put Splenda in his coffee?
Wait, okay, everybody. Wait, we haven't seen her yet. Here she is, everybody. It's Carla. Go.
Oh, I said so Jeff can pay someone to put Splenda in his coffee.
I like it.
And now we have to pay Carla again. So,
No, you don't have to pay me. I'm just here to enjoy myself.
I know you want the cash. I can feel it already. Okay, I'm going to do this, and then we're going to finish up because this show has been the longest show we've ever had.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boom! That was the worst joke ever.
All right, here it is. The worst joke. Ghislaine Maxwell. By the way, I don't think I'm saying that right, but maybe that's how it's supposed to be said. Ghislaine. Does anybody know how you say it?
Slut.
Gillette.
Gillette?
Slut.
Slut?
Yes.
Well, I
This
was
is the
saying
worst joke and the worst setup.
I was saying Ghislaine, so that's probably not good either.
Ghislaine, the pedophile, is actually
Ghislaine Maxwell. No, see, Ghislaine, she said she never saw Trump or any really rich man doing anything inappropriate with any young women, which are called children, by the way, not young women. never saw it. Now, she also wonders what this thing called food was and would like to try this air everyone's breathing. All right, everybody, let me find the end of the show. It's going to take a second as I push the share and I push the share and I push the share and I push the.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like into the toilet, America goes. That's what you get.
Damn it.
Show gonna be a long 4 years.
Can't push anything.
A lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch them decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We appreciate your support of the virtual comedy show. With a budget of nada, nothing zero, we're a little less fancy than HBO. Still, every Monday is the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.
Okay, so did you notice something went weird there? What happened?